they also have what's called betel nut out there. It grows on trees, and it's a nut. It's green, sometimes orange or red, that's about this big when you chew it. If you let it get as large until it falls off, it'll get about this big. When they chew it, it's about half that size, and they'll take the nut, and if you just take the nut itself and chew it, then historically it's what they used for like medicine for a toothache. Basically, is it will just kind of numb your mouth, and that's about it. That's about all that happens. But what they do is they take it, and in yap and pulau it's significantly worse. But they'll break it in half, and they'll put a piece of a cigarette inside. They'll close it up and they'll break it off, and then they'll chew that. And then the nicotine and everything in the tobacco gets into their bloodstream. Sometimes what they'll do is they'll take ground up coral, which is basically like fiberglass, sort of, and they'll put that inside the nut as well. And then they'll take the nut and they'll wrap it in the leaf of another parasitic plant out there that's also kind of a narcotic. And they'll take this wad and they'll chew that. And that just stains their teeth red and black. I mean, the juice is nasty. It'll give you mouth cancer, like all sorts of bad stuff come from that. But it's incredibly addicting. And it's a stimulant is what it is. So people, I mean, they'll take a bunch of that to when they go fishing or when they go out in the jungle, and they can just keep working all day long. I mean, chewing that stuff away. And so you'll see the Islanders are really good at spitting. I mean, really good. Even the women and like the little children, like they all kind of have the same technique, I guess. So they'll take two fingers, they'll put it up to their lips like this, and then they'll just arc a red stream of juice. I mean, 4, 5, 6 feet away out of their house. I mean, they're just spitting this stuff all over the place, and you'll see like red stains on the sidewalk, and like people's teeth will just be blood red, sometimes black and falling out. I mean, it's not a pretty picture. But getting someone off of that betel nut is almost like getting them off of cigarettes. I mean, it takes a long time. It's a long process. And again, the general authorities have come out and said that betel nut, from just the nut to everything else, is against the word of wisdom. So it's kind of a struggle. That's one thing that you deal with is getting people past the betel nut. And just like any other addictive substances, I mean, that's one barrier to getting people baptized, is that they don't like the fact that we ask them not to drink sakau because they say it's culture, and then to not chew betel nut. So those are a couple of unique things to deal with out there. And you'll have little kids chewing on betel nut, I mean, just from the get-go.